Minnesota Vikings at home for Week 7, refreshed after a week off. They play host to the Philadelphia Eagles, who find themselves on a 2-game losing streak.
Think about that. A victory formation for the Giants with 2 minutes to play.
Eagles remain out of sorts. Their offense showed some signs of unity versus New York last Thursday, but overall remained out of sync. 1 for 9 on third down, a measly 17 points, which is all they've mustered back-to-back weeks now. They're averaging 4.7 yards per play this season. That's South Pole material, as is their third down conversion rate.
It was a fumble, and it's recovered by the Giants.
And now they have to try and get right versus Minnesota's defense. Eagles offense get a D, holding teams to 19 per rodeo, top 5 or 10 in the Big Four, points per game, yards per game, red zone, and on third down.
Gabriel on third down, under pressure, stays on his feet, and now Ivan Pace takes him down.
Philadelphia's rush attack was at the center of their offensive success during their championship run last year. This season, averaging less than 100 yards per game, Saquon Barkley, just 58 versus New York, has finished with less than 61 yards in 5 of 6.
Barkley to the outside, and nothing happened in there, gets gang tackled.
Barkley hit at 4.8 a run last week, 5 the week before, but only 12 and 6 attempts in those 2 games. Jalen Hurts only 13 rush yards on Thursday. Have to see if Terry Silver is calling their offense again this week. Coach, we just ran the tush push. Again. Do it till your knuckles bleed. And maybe they should up the number of times they run versus Minnesota. Vikings have allowed 4.4 a carry to running backs in 2025. That's so-so. And as to Hurts, 5.6 per allowed to quarterbacks, which is south of so-so.
Looking for the end zone. He is in.
Has been easier to run on purple than pass on it. Hurts facing a secondary, holding quarterbacks to an 88 rating, holding them to just 157 through the air, meager 6.3 yards per attempt. Cornerback Isaiah Rodgers, almost impossible to sneak a ball past, as he's held his targets to a ridiculously low 36 rating.
Picked off. Intercepted by Isaiah Rodgers, and he's racing down the sideline, and he will not be caught.
Philadelphia's big 3 pass catchers, Dallas Goedert, led the way versus the G-men with 110 yards on 9 catches. He's scored in 4 straight, too, so I guess we're going to hear a push to ban underhand passes to tight ends next.
Little flip here, little trickery, and it works. Goddard into the end zone.
AJ, time enough at last. Brown with 80 yards in that game. Second best 2025 outing, as he's only averaging 45 per game.
This time down the right side, and turning around is Brown.
And Devontae Smith hits Week 7 off a 49-yard game. Only one game with more than 60 yards for him.
Devontae Smith before he's forced out of bounds.
Hurts has to be able to beat the ballroom blitz. Vikings top 5 in blitz percentage, 13 sacks in their 5 games. Jalen Redmond leading the way with 3.
Getting sacked by Jalen Redmond.
Hurts has fared well versus 5+ pass rushers so far, sporting a 114 rate versus 5+. He's put up 280+ yards in back-to-back games, completed 72% of his passes in their most recent loss.
Deep downfield, and that is hauled in inside the 40-yard line.
His 3-game, 100+ rate game streak came to an end, though, when his 5-game INT-less streak came to an end. 3 sacks taken, too. That's 3+ sacks taken in 3 of his last 4.
Hurts under pressure, down he goes.
Philadelphia's defense also issues to fix. Couldn't stop Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbu, and Wan'Dale Robinson from gashing them for 34 points. Let them convert 11 of 16 third down chances. That's been a season-long problem. 3 red zone trips, 3 TDs given up.
Look at he's going right through Zach Bond. Oh, that's a touchdown, right?
Next up, a Vikings offense that's averaged 24 a game, but plenty of room for growth. Haven't really been great moving the ball or the sticks, but just good enough at finishing the job when they reach the 20.
Wentz, 2nd and 5. Addison, he's got it! Touchdown!
Vikings hadn't announced who they were going with at quarterback when this went out. Carson Wentz put up 100 more yards a game in his 3 starts than J.J. McCarthy did in his first 2. 250 per contest for Carson with a nice 99 rate.
And now Wentz caught Jefferson.
McCarthy out the last 3 games hurt, 2 touchdowns against 3 INTs, only 150 yards per game, a 67 rate compared to Carson's 99. Being the Vikings have this year aspirations, he would need to step it up to keep the job if he goes.
Over the middle, it's caught for a touchdown. Jefferson.
Vikings quarterbacks have been buried 21 times, which was the most of any team after 5 weeks. They're hoping Dr. House did his thing over the bye. They ended their last game with 4 backups on the field. Tackle Justin Skule has been tagged with 4 sacks allowed. Right guard Will Fries 3.
There it is. And now Wentz goes down.
Philadelphia's pass rush only managed to track down Dart twice for just 1 yard lost. They didn't have Hawk Tua Carter at DT, who was hurt, and ended the game without cornerback Quinyon Mitchell, who hurt his hammy, so we'll have to see if either makes it back for this week. Philadelphia's DBs gave up 55 yards to Little Jordan Humphrey, 84 and a touchdown to Robinson, 195 to Dart, 7.8 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, no picks, a 100-plus rate.
No, he finds an open man and hits him. Robinson stays in bounds. Robinson's going to go all the way for a touchdown.
If Mitchell's out, then Kid Dynamite may feast on more than a bowl of Jetta mix. Justin Jefferson, the clear focal point to Minnesota's air attack, 90 yards per game, only a couple of guys averaging more. The only guy, though, who likes mixing Cheerios and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Justin Jefferson makes the catch.
Jordan Addison, 77 yards per outing in his 3 games.
Addison, he's got it. Touchdown.
Jalen Naylor, 25 yards per game. TJ Hawkinson, 30. Along the dirt trail, Jordan Mason has moved the ball to the tune of 64 yards per contest at a very healthy 4.7 per run.
Mason inside the 10, picks up the first.
Eagles' play against the run also needs tidying up. Gave up 58 yards and a TD to Dart, 98 and 3 touchdowns to Scattaboo, 5.2 yards per carry.
Here's Scattaboo to the end zone. Touchdown.
Eagles up 1 since these two started playing in 1962, Sorry, I guess sometimes the AI voiceover thing glitches. We'll try and fix it for next week. Game preview OGs who read the comments section get it.
All right, give it up for yourselves real quick.
4 playoff meetings between the two, first one in 1981.
It's your job to win it. And I want to see you do it.
The comeback began with a big play from the special teams, a fumble recovery that opened the floodgates to a turnover tidal wave. In all, the Eagles forced 8 turnovers, an act that firmly tilted the game in their favor. The Eagles advanced to the conference championship by winning 31-16. Once more, the players carried Vermeil off the field, but this time, there were no objections.